Hey everyone, hello and good morning. Today we are going to do a really quick bunny silhouette art piece. So you can use lots of different materials. I will have my watercolors today. I'll need a permanent marker, a pencil, eraser, a little cup of water, and a paintbrush if I'm using paints, and then some of my other favorite waterproof markers. Like I have my alcohol markers right here, and then I've got some Sharpies right here. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is we're going to create the bottom part of like an egg. So we're going to make a wide U shape, wide smile that goes across the entire part of our piece here. So it's kind of hard to see. That's light pencil. I'm going to be going over this with my Sharpie later on, so it doesn't really matter right now. My lines don't actually matter as much as they normally would. So in the center of my U smile shape, I'm going to make a bunny, but I'm going to do it in a couple different ways. I want to make an oval in the center, kind of like an egg, then a circle on top, oval, and then a circle. And then my ears are like two parentheses coming together. I'm going to have two little ears here, but I'm going to make one folded. And I think I'm going to move to my Sharpie just to make sure we can see everything okay. So again, I have my U-shaped curve. I've got my oval. I've got my circle. And now I'm going to make my ears. So what I did there is I went up and made kind of a sideways triangle and then went down to a point and made a curve into it. So it looks like that ear is folded over. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. So what we're going to do now is, now that I have my outline, I want to give my bunny a tail. I'm going to give my bunny a little heart-shaped tail today. And so my bunny, except for the tail, is all going to be dark. It's all going to be colored in with Sharpie. So I'm going to put an X where I'm going to be coloring in my bunny today. So I know I'm coloring in the body, the head, and the ears so far. I'm also going to make this kind of come out and get a little bit thicker. So I know I'm going to be coloring this in as well. Those will both be colored in dark. Now what I get to do is I get to create a garden, some sort of foliage. So I can do grasses, tall grasses. They can go all the way up the sides of my curve that I have here. Then I might want to make some longer ones that will become maybe the base for certain flowers. And then I'm just going to fill those in. So I just did a center circle a little bit bigger, and then took my Sharpie and made little circles that go around it. And then I might want to do some different kinds of flowers. Maybe I want to do like these little petals that come to the sides, and just doing ovals along that curved line. And I want to do that all the way down to my edge. And so what I want to do is I want to fill in my entire little curve space here with solid colored black foliage, flowers, grasses, whatever you want to call them, okay? So this is going to be very independent and unique because everybody's going to have their own ideas and nobody has a wrong idea. So there I have some foliage. I might make some more little grasses here, fill that up a little bit. Maybe I want to come up here and make just little circle flowers. Anything I think that I would like to see in a garden, a little Easter garden. Today we have a bunch of snow where I'm at, and I am ready for spring. I've been ready for spring for probably a few months now, so making a little garden today will be a nice reminder of what's to come. So go ahead and fill in your space with everything you want to be in it, and then once you do that, you can start making this curved line that we made nice and solid. And where the watercolors comes in is you can go ahead and paint over all of this with watercolors. And like pastel ones are really nice. You can also bring in any permanent markers if you want and add elements to your garden. So it doesn't have to be monochrome, which is just like black, white, and gray. It can be a multitude of different shades and hues, and it's completely up to you. So you might wonder what I'm doing with my bunny here. So I'm going to go ahead and color in my bunny. I'm going to leave that tail white because I'm going to color that in with a different color, or I might just paint it in. And you might want to put a whole family of bunnies together. Maybe you want to do a mommy and daddy bunny, and maybe you and one of your siblings. You could do your whole family. You might have to make your U shape a little bit bigger if you have a bigger family, so you can fit all the bunnies in this curve right here. So there's my bunny body, and I'm going to work on my head here. And then you just finish over here to this side and carry on with the black line you created, filling all of this in. Try not to leave any little white spots. And there you go. You have a very simple Easter silhouette. You can take your pencil eraser and erase any extra bits that you don't want. If you have extra pencil lines, I'm trying to see if I have an eraser anywhere, and I don't know if I do. So I might use this one really quick. I'm just going to come over here in these pencil lines I did. Just clean that up a little bit. And then you might want to add, you can add like crayon too, because watercolor resists crayon. So I might want to come in here and do some little bits of color throughout my piece. These could be tiny ground cover flowers that we don't know what they are. They could just be special spring flowers. And then I could add some yellow. And again, you can do this with permanent markers or crayons, something. Even colored pencils will resist watercolor. But you have to be careful because actually there are some colored pencils that are watercolor pencils. So that means that you draw with them and then you put water on them and they become watercolor, which is actually kind of cool. So I've got some of my yellow, I've got some of my pink. I think I want to come up here and maybe add another foliage piece here. And then if I want to come in and color in my tail, I can, or I can just leave it blank. And as far as the watercolor, I think pastel colors are really nice. I like the pinks and the purples and the blues. So I'm just going to come over. Got some of those eraser shavings in there. It's always fun. Get some blue right here. And if we mix blue and pink together, it kind of makes a purpley hue. So you can just blend it how you want. Fill in the space. Add some greens, some yellows, lots of different colors. And that's about it. So you get to decide what you're putting in your little silhouette piece today, how much color you're using, what the color looks like, how you're using the color, and there you have it. So now you have a fun little spring art piece to keep you excited about what's to come. Can't wait for spring to happen around here so we can start planting and the flowers and the colors. It's so nice. So that's it. You just let it dry and it's good to go. And you can do this with lots of different bunnies, just one bunny, however you want it. Thanks guys. I'll see you later. Bye.